Hi and welcome back to Real Reviews, where today I'm diving into the Netflix original thriller The Grey Man, released back in 2022 and directed by the Russo brothers, as well as being written by Joe Russo alongside long-term collaborators Christopher Markus and Stephen McFeely. It also starred Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, Ana de Armas and Billy Bob Thornton. So beyond its critical drubbing 2 years ago, let's dive into it and find out exactly what all the fuss is about, and did it really deserve the panning it got. So in a word, no, it doesn't really deserve the drubbing it got, at least not in my opinion, because yes, it's overly long at 2 hours and 4 minutes, could have been around an hour and 45 and would have been solid, but this action thriller with Billy Bob Thornton, Chris Evans, Ryan Gosling and Ana de Armas centre stage ultimately have some really engaging performances. It's got some really solid story beats. Yes, it does lean toward formula. Yes, it is cliched, but it's done in a sort of, it's like a Michael Bay movie but without the sexual objectification. Let's put it that way. So, you know, the explosions are big, the dialogue is slick, the one-liners are solid, the jokes are good in the main, and not being funny, Regé-Jean Page, who people remember from Bridgerton, but was also earmarked for the Bond role alongside numerous other actors some time ago, is really solid as a sort of quite a nasty bad guy. Billy Bob Thornton takes a backseat but is very much Thornton on full throttle. Chris Evans seems to be, shall we say, really enjoying his 70s porn tash and really bad wardrobe, and Gosling is fast on his way to becoming the action movie star ultimately that the Fall Guy turned him into. Not to mention the fact you've got Jessica Henwick there, a name that people may not be familiar with, but she at least stuck in my mind from Iron Fist. She was possibly the only good thing about that show in my opinion. But let's dive into The Grey Man and find out, is it going to be worth a sequel? Do you want to catch up with it? Let's dig a bit deeper. So despite the critical drubbing and the overhype that The Grey Man received, and the amount of, shall we say, the money that was pumped into this, it is 100% better than Ghosted. Ghosted being the Chris Evans and Ana de Armas team up, which Apple clearly thought was going to be their next money spinning thing, with obviously de Armas coming off the back of No Time to Die, and obviously her sort of like chemistry alongside Evans in this film. And that was an absolute stinker, a proper turkey. Oh my god, I've watched it and what am I going to do? I'm never getting that time back. My life is wasted. But with The Grey Man, what you do get, at least from this point of view, it's based on a book. Mark Greenleaf wrote the book, so there is a source material there. It does feel just not like a load of set pieces thrown together. And everybody seems to be having a really good time. Russo, the brothers, seem to be on top form. And, you know, it's ultimately, it does the job. Yes, it's overly long, but the first 30 minutes is just extremely good. The first hour and 20 minutes is equally better. And that, I know it's bad grammar, but I'm going with it. But after that, it becomes slightly protracted, it becomes slightly drawn out. Not saying that set pieces don't still work, but you do sort of want that film to come to an end. Does it deserve a Grey Man 2? Yes, it does. If it's slightly shorter, slightly tighter, has the same sort of, shall we say, action-packed cast on full volume, in full effect, and ultimately it needs a script that works. So those are my takes. This is what I'm going for. This is what I'm saying. And I think it's time to move on to the rating. Let's do that. So despite the fact that The Grey Man has got 6.5 or thereabouts on the IMDb rating, I'm going to be giving it a 4 out of 5 on the big old 5 rating. Why? Because Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans and Ana de Armas and Billy Bob Thornton are very good, and it is a solidly constructed thriller, and it's engaging. It really does the job. So my only proviso would be this: please, Chris Evans, start picking a role which is going to be decent, because the early word of mouth on The Red One is not great. I don't know what's going on. Gosling, on the other hand, is going in the other trajectory. He's going upwards, and I really do hope that Jessica Henwick gets some more roles, which is going to put her front and centre, because I believe she's extremely underrated and Thornton is just epic. So on that note, we're going to dive into the trailer. Let's do that. And so it is, you've reached the end of the video review for The Grey Man, which currently streaming on Netflix and stars Chris Evans, Ryan Gosling, Anna Diarmas and Billy Bob Thornton. So this is the bit where I go, if you liked the video, then give me a thumbs up. Failing that, you can always just drop a comment in the comment box below and I will respond. And finally, just subscribe so that every Tuesday and every Saturday when I drop another one of these videos literally into your lap, then you will get a little notification and you can pop in and watch or listen to as much or as little as you'd like and then go about your day. In the meantime, check out the rest of the channel and maybe pop over to the Patreon page. Take care. Cheers now. Bye.